Such a pleasure to be here with you, and thank you for everything you're doing. My question is your take on the 15-minute cities and what the real aim of the green agenda is really about.
Okay, so first of all, I call it 15-minute ghettos because that's what they are. As I had just said, it's really not about making our lives easier. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's about getting you under control. It's about possibly locking you up. In Great Britain, they already introduced legislation in a province. They are speaking of climate lockdowns. And the people are being told, we are doing this to make your lives easier, and we have to save the planet. Obviously, we have to save the planet, right? It has nothing to do with that. It is pretty much, taking individual mobility away from people, get them on, bikes or whatever. So, and that is actually what they saw during this COVID madness when they were having these lockdowns. Well, they couldn't really lock people down, right? Yeah. Because they would have had to ensure that people could go grocery shopping. And you don't have grocery stores, within a 15-minute radius kind of thing. So, yeah, they realized that. That's what this whole thing with this 15-minute ghettos is all about. They need to first you need to make sure that you might have everything you could possibly need, and then there is nothing to stop them from locking you down. What are people going to say? We're going to starve to death? I mean, once again, look to China. This is going to be our future. And once again, not 30, 40, 50 years. Now, we're talking now.
And the aim of the green agenda? What do you think that's all about?
Well, the green agenda is just part of, that overall agenda, which is to erect a totalitarian regime in which people are under complete control. That actually what it does, the Green Deal, the so-called Green Deal, it will impoverish people. We have seen that, people are barely capable of keeping up with their bills anymore. And energy prices, they're skyrocketing. In Germany, the idiot German government, they shut off the last of our nuclear power plants, and they're dreaming about, all these windmills generating enough electricity for Germany, who is, industrial nation. Seriously? Well, what happens if the sun is not shining and the wind's not blowing? Where is the energy coming from? Guess what? It's coming from France, from Poland, from whoever. Well, nuclear power plants, which, by the way, are not operating to the highest standard of safety. That was actually the case in Germany, but we shut them down because on the other end of the planet, years ago, there was, a natural catastrophe happening, which could never happen in Germany. But this natural catastrophe at the other end of the world destroyed only one nuclear power plant there in Japan, but it destroyed all nuclear power plants in Germany. And it's just idiotic.
Yeah, so my last question is just, speaking up like you do and going against the mainstream agenda, are you ever scared that they're going to try to remove you from the position that you have and that's so very needed for all of us around the world?
Well, once you start being afraid, or once you start showing that you are in fear, you have lost. So, I mean, they can do whatever they want to me. They can threaten me, and remove me. Well, then go ahead and do it. But I will not back down, and I will not give in into that fear that you're trying to instill in me, because it's not going to work.